Okay, so this is part two of our lecture for reliability engineering about reliability indices. So this part or this section will be a bridge between yung conceptual natin ng reliability engineering and yung actual reliability analysis and prediction. So on the previous section, no, we studied yung bathtub curve and learned na yung failure rate natin may decrease or remain constant or increase over time. Tama? So the next challenge becomes how can us engineers mathematically describe yung mga graph na to, okay, yung mga behavior na to. Okay? So this is where yung Weibull distribution becomes extremely important. Okay? So, kasi, again, in reliability engineering, systems rarely behave identically. Okay? So, meaning, in some systems, they fail early, others fail randomly, and some, again, they fail because of wear out. So, um, maybe on our previous, on prelim, no, and midterms, we already touched upon the computation for reliability, the simple reliability equation, tama? But a simple reliability model, yung constant failure lang kasi ginamit natin before, cannot accurately represent all of these behaviors. So, for example, yung gamit nating equation before was yung exponential distribution. Okay? Yun ay ina-assume na yung failure rate natin ay constant. But many real systems do not have a constant failure rate. So again, engineers need a more flexible mathematical model in order to represent yung decreasing at yung constant at yung increasing failure rate. Okay? Again, dito papasok si Weibull distribution. So what is Weibull distribution? So Weibull distribution is a statistical probability distribution widely used in reliability engineering to model failure behavior over time. So it is one of the most powerful and widely used reliability model because again it can represent many different types of failure. Okay, many different types of graphs using only a few parameters. So to mention, no, historically, itong Weibull distribution, it was developed by Swedish engineer Walodi Weibull. Okay? Walodi Weibull. And ginamit siya for military purposes. Okay? Aerospace, manufacturing, mechanical engineering, electronics, and reliability analysis. Okay? So, itong Weibull distribution, again, it is important kasi, especially for the bathtub curve, it can nearly model itong buong bathtub curve. Okay, each part or each region here will have its own distribution function. Okay, so yun. Siguro simulan na natin tong Weibull distribution. Again, so let me introduce to you this slowly, itong Weibull reliability equation. Weibull reliability equation. So again, itong Weibull distribution, pag-uusapan yung reliability function, no? The Weibull distribution uses a reliability function that describes the probability that a system survives beyond time t. And if you recall yung formula natin before for reliability, ito yung galing lang din yun sa Weibull reliability distribution. Okay? Ito yung expanded form nun. R, reliability at time t is equal to e raised to negative time over eta raised to beta. Okay. So, ano 'tong mga parts na 'to? So, yung R, T is yung reliability, and then of course T is yung operating time or yung hinahanapan natin ng yung time uh, na hinahanapan natin yung kanyang reliability. And then you have yung eta, scale parameter. or also known as the characteristic life. And then, the beta, yung shape parameter or the slope of the distribution. Okay? So, yan yung magiging Weibull distribution reliability equation natin. So, at first, this equation may appear medyo complicated, but onti lang talaga yan, no? Um, kasi dalawa lang parameter natin here actually. Okay? The Weibull distribution is controlled mainly by two important parameters, yung shape parameter and yung scale parameter, yung eta tsaka yung beta. Okay? Let's start with yung shape parameter, itong beta. What is tong shape parameter na to? Beta. Shape parameter or yung slope of the function. Okay? So, shape parameter is represented by the Greek letter beta. Yung shape parameter natin is yung nagko-control nung how yung failure rate natin changes over time. Essentially, it shows no if yung failure rate natin is decreasing or constant or increasing. Okay? Yan yung beta. So, if the beta is less than 1, yung failure rate natin is decreasing. Okay? Failure rate natin is decreasing. If yung beta natin is equal to 1, yung failure rate natin is constant. And then if your beta is more than 1, yung failure rate natin is increasing. Okay? So again, when your beta is less than 1, yung failure rate natin is decreasing over time. So meaning, yung behavior ng curve natin is like yung sa infant mortality. Okay? Decreasing yung failure rate. Okay? This is where yung mga weak components is failing early. Dahil sa mga manufacturing defects or electronic failures, no? Sa early life and mga poor assembly, poor installation, yon. And then, case 2 is if yung beta nyo is equal to 1, yung failure rate natin is constant. Okay? So, etong failure rate na 'to, meron lang tayong mga random na failure 'no, na hindi related dun sa, early life tsaka sa wear out or sa aging. Okay, this is the stable life sa graph. And 'pag yung beta naman natin is greater than 1, yung failure rate natin is increasing over time or with time. Okay, this is, yung mga cause niyan is yung fatigue, corrosion, material degradation, or aging. Okay. And again, yung connection niya sa bathtub curve, essentially, ito yung slopes, no? Na nagre-represent sa bathtub curve natin. Yung slope here is less than 1. Yung slope here is 1. And then yung slope here is more than 1. Okay? Yan yung beta parameter. Or the shape parameter. Okay? Kasi essentially, pinapakita niya yung shape nung parameter. Okay? But aside from that, we also have special beta um, numbers, no? Or yung mas common used beta numbers or shape parameters. So you have, if yung beta mo is equal to 1, we call yung graph or yung distribution ng values ng failure rate over time as an exponential distribution. And again, yung failure rate natin over time with time is constant if it's equal to 1. If yung beta mo is equal to 2, ang tawag natin sa graph na yon or sa distribution ng values ng failure rate with time is a log normal distribution. And if yung beta mo ay equal to 3.5, we call that distribution ng failure rate with time as a normal distribution. If you still remember your statistics, during high school and math in the modern world or sa EDA nyo, no, you should be familiar with these types of distributions with probability and um, tawag dito? Oh, sa probability distributions. Tama? Exponential, log normal, tsaka normal distribution. Okay? So, next is yung isa pa nating parameter, yung eta, yung scale parameter. Eta. Scale parameter. Or yung characteristic life. Oops. Okay? Characteristic life. So, this is the second major parameter, no? It is represented by the notation eta. Yung scale parameter naman natin is yung magkocontrol, no? Yung nung span or yung region na inaaral natin for distribution. Okay? It determines yung time scale natin for the distribution. Okay? And eto, yung characteristic life, yung eta, same yan yung sa eta na ginagamit natin before. Etong eta na eto. So this would serve as our characteristic life. Okay? Yung scale parameter natin. Okay. So maybe we could have an example na, no, using this Weibull reliability distribution equation. Okay? Okay, sige. Sample number 2. Ano ba sinunod example before? Example number 1, example number 2. So, let's say may given kayong time na 1,200 hours. So, yan yung chine-check natin ng reliability at 1,200 hours. And then, given yung failure rate. Yung failure rate natin is hindi. Okay, let's say yung failure rate natin is yung from here. Ito, failure rate natin 0.035. 0.0, ay hindi pala. Kasi naka-percentage yan. Ang gagamitin nating failure rate is yung in fraction unit or yung decimal. So 0.00035. 0.00035. 0.00035. 0.00035. Yan. So yan yung binigay sa inyong failure rate. So you are going to be asked ano yung reliability at again time 1,200 hours. Okay? And ang sinabi is this is in exponential distribution. So ibig sabihin, beta is equal to 1. Okay? So pull out natin yung formula for reliability, RT is equal to E raised to negative time over eta time over eta times beta. And yan. But take note, no? Still remember 1 over eta is also equal to 1 is also equal to lambda. Tama? So we can rewrite this thing right here as e raised to negative lambda times t raised to beta. Okay? But since beta is 1, no? Essentially, kakancel nyo na lang. Okay? Pero for this calculation purposes, kaya makikita nyo on our previous reliability equations, wala tayong beta. Ito lang, no? Ito lang. E raised to negative lambda t. Kasi before, exponential distribution lang ginagamit natin. Even if it's raised to 1, wala lang din, no? Cancel lang din. So, pag input na natin yung values natin, R at 1,200 Rs is equal to E raised to failure rate na 0.00035 times yung given time, 1,200. Sige, raise to 1 natin tong buong to. Kasi yun yung scale parameter natin. Or yung shape parameter natin. So, ano yung reliability nung ating given component at 1,200 hours? So, calculate alpha E raised to negative 0.00035 1, 2 raised to 1. Okay, so ang value natin na makukuha is 0.6570. Yan ang aking reliability at 1,200 hours. Okay? But again, failure tsaka reliability natin is in percentages. So, ang reliability ko at 1,200 mark is 65.70%. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, at, um, at 1,200 hours, yung aking unit is 65.70% reliable. Okay? Or pag ginamit natin tong value para mag-treat ng reliability ng isang item. Pero pag nag-treat tayo ng more than one item, no, kunwari isang batch, rather than saying 65.70% of one item para sa isang item, you could also conclude na for the whole batch, 65.70% yung reliable at 1,200 hours. Okay? So again, pag isang unit lang pinag-uusapan natin, yung reliability niya, you can say na itong unit na to is 65.70% reliable at 1,200 hours. Or pag batch yung pinag-uusapan natin, sa buong batch, 65.70% ng buong batch ay reliable at 1,200 hours. Okay? So next, ay sige, let's say same kasi same problem to dun sa kanina. So paano pag tinanong kayo ngayon na same problem ito sa problem na ito kasi ito yung failure rate na ginamit natin sa problem na to. Okay? So ngayon, alam na natin na yung reliability natin is almost 65%. So, paano pag tinanong kayo, how many units failed? Okay, at 1,200 hours. So, at 1,200 hours, paano nyo gagawin yon? Simply, multiply nyo lang tong percentage dun sa number of units natin. Tama? Hindi pala ng percentage, netong decimal sa number of units natin. So, let's say 20. So, 0.6570 times 20. So, ibig sabihin, 13.14. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, at 1,200 hours, 13.14 units out of 20 ang reliable. Okay? Pero pag usapang units, no, yung actual whole numbers natin, ilan ang reliable na unit, no? As a whole unit. So, 13 units. Okay? Are oops, out of 20 are reliable at 1,200 hours of operation. Okay? Why 13? Ba't hindi 14? Kasi wala namang unit na 0.14 lang. Okay? So, 13. Kahit maging ano yan, kahit maging 13.99, you will not say na 14 units to. Kasi wala, no such thing as 0.99 unit. Okay? Ano yun? Yung isang unit, kulang-kulang. Hindi unit yun. Okay? So, 13 lang yung reliable nating units. Okay? So, next. So, yan yung pag ang given na shape parameter ay exponential or beta is equal to 1. So, let's have another example. Example number 2. Ay, number 3 na pala. Example number 3. Okay. Say you've collected data that follows a log normal distribution and the scale parameter is 8,000 hours. What is the reliability at 5,000 hours? So again, pull out nyo lang yung Weibull reliability function natin or equation. Reliability at time t is equal to e raised to negative t over eta raised to beta. Okay? So, hinahanapan tayo ng reliability at 5,000 hours. E raised to, again, 5,000 hours over, given ba ang characteristic life for the scale parameter? Yes, at 8,000 hours. Raised to, anong ano natin? Anong shape parameter natin? It says here that it follows a log normal distribution. So, pag log normal distribution, ang beta natin is equal to 2. So, what is the reliability at 5,000 hours? So, that's alpha E raised to negative quantity 5,000 over 8,000 raised to 2. So, reliability at 5,000 hours is 0.6766. Okay? And again, percentage dapat ang sagot natin. So, that's 67.66%. So, ibig sabihin for this particular problem, no, 67.66% ang reliability at the 5,000 hour mark. Okay? So, yun. So, next, that's the Weibull reliability equation. So, next thing that we can talk about is the Weibull cumulative distribution function. Okay? Okay, so for this one, so alam na natin yung meaning for Weibull distribution, tama? Yung shape parameter, yung scale parameter. Alam niyo na rin na paano ginagamit yung equation 'no, for early failures, random failures, and wear out failures. So, nag-iiba lang yun depende sa, shape parameter, tama? Now, itong sumunod na function, yung Weibull cumulative distribution function, um, it is going to be described 'no, sa understanding natin sa pinakaiba ng reliability at ng failure probability. Okay, so before we discuss this function, we must first understand yung important distinction natin or relationship between reliability at probability of failure. Okay, so again, if you recall, reliability natin, um, it describes the probability that the system will survive, no, beyond time t. Yung failure naman is it describes the probability of the system will fail before a given time. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, reliability and failure probability is complementary of each other. Okay? And we can show that as a function of um, itong cumulative distribution function. Simply, we can call it na lang CFD para mas madali, no? Moving forward, let's call it CFD. Um, it's simply the cumulative failure distribution, no? CFD. Cumulative failure distribution. So, F at time t is equal to 1 minus reliability at time t. Okay? Yan lang yun. Complementary lang ang failure probability sa reliability. Okay? Yung Ft dito is yung cumulative failure rate, probability of failure. And RT is yung reliability. Okay? As reliability decreases, no? Pag dinecrease natin to, ibig sabihin, the whole function right here, yung probability of failure, it increases. Okay? So, let's say, etong 1 kasi, if we talk about percentages, no? Etong 1, that's 100%. And then yung reliability, itong value na to, pero kung percentage, that's 67. So, 100 minus 67, you will get yung cumulative failure probability. So, 1 minus reliability lang talaga. Okay? So, let's say, ang reliability mo is 90%. 100% minus 90%, you will get a failure probability of 10%. It has 10% probability of failure. Ganun lang. Okay? That's the CDF or the CFD. The cumulative, ay sorry. Dapat ano pala to? Oops, ba't di ko na mapalitan? Cumulative distribution function. CDF. CDF. Okay? So, yung CDF natin is the Weibull cumulative distribution function describes the probability that a system fails by time t. Okay. So, if you look at this equation, tapos pag pinasok natin yung equation natin from reliability, an expanded form of this would be simply uh, Ft is equal to 1 minus yung formula natin for RT before, e raised to negative t over eta raised to beta. Okay? So, ito yung magiging formula natin for Weibull cumulative distribution function or CDF. Okay? So, itong CDF na to, um, it does not describe the rate of failure. It describes yung total probability of failure up to this time. So, pag may binigay tayong time, simula sa start ng life, zero hanggang this time, we will take into consideration lahat ng probability at every time sa scale natin. Okay? And yung magiging sagot natin dito is yun nga, yung probability of failure. Okay? So let's have an example for this one. Sample ano na ba? Sample number 4. So let's say you are given, meron tayong 1,000 to 12,000 units. Ang characteristic life natin is 8,000 kilometers. Ang aking slope is equal to 2.5. And then yung chine-check kong time is at 5,000 kilometers. Sir, bakit yung characteristic life mo tsaka yung time mo hindi in units of time? Okay, sige, take note. Sa reliability, it's not always time yung magiging basehan natin ng scale. Okay? Um, Sometimes, yung basehan natin is yung operational period. Okay? Failure rate versus operational period or the cycle. Sir, ano ibig sabihin nun? Kasi sometimes, some components and systems are not quantified or not described by how long they can function, but for how many cycles or operations they can function. So for example, ito, 8,000 kilometer yung magiging scale parameter natin. Okay? Ibig sabihin, a system or component is probably working in average hanggang 8,000 kilometer lang. Okay? Rather than saying hanggang 1,000 hours lang siya magwo-work, yun yung mean time to failure. Ang mean time to failure natin magiging hanggang 8,000 kilometers lang siya magwo-work. That is still a valid scale parameter kasi scale lang naman eh. Hindi naman essentially time talaga. An easier analogy for you guys to maybe understand this better is, let's say, printer. If you want to take into look at the reliability ng isang printer, we don't essentially look at kung gaano katagal magtatagal yung printer. Okay? The reliability of a printer on most industry standards is tinitignan kung gaano karaming prints ang magagawa nung printer. Hindi kung hanggang kailan mabubuhay yung printer. Kasi hindi naman sure kung araw-araw ginagamit yung printer, o every oras ginagamit yung printer. So, ang magiging scale natin for checking reliability is kung gaano karami yung mapiprint ng printer bago siya mag-fail. So, for example, ang magiging characteristic life ng printer is 10,000 prints bago siya mag-fail. So, yun yung magiging scale parameter natin. Okay? So, for this one, scale parameter natin is 8,000 kilometers and we're going to check its reliability or failure at 5,000 kilometers. Okay? So, for this particular problem, I am going to check for the failure probability at 5,000 kilometers. So, let's say bisikleta to. Okay, let's say bisikleta. 12,000 na bisikleta. And by calculating the mean time to failure or mean time between failure, ang na-solve na characteristic life is 8,000 kilometers bago siya mag-fail. Okay? So, the question is, ano yung probability na mag-fail yung bisikleta ay at 5,000 kilometers? So, let's use this equation right here. So, F is equal to, yung chine-check nating scale parameter, is equal to 1 minus E raised to negative, again, 5,000 scale parameter over its characteristic life na 8,000 raised to yung aking slope parameter na 2.5. So, ano yung probability at 5,000 kilometers na magfe-fail yung aking unit or units? 1 minus alpha E raised to negative 5,000 over 8,000 raised to 2.5. Okay. So, yung probability na magfe-fail yung aking bisikleta at 5,000 kilometers is 0.26568. Okay? Or roughly, in percentage, 26.57%. Okay? So, ibig sabihin again, if you want to relate this to one unit, at 5,000 kilometers, may 26% chance na magfe-fail yung bisikleta na yun. Or if you want to relate this value sa buong population, no? 26% ng 12,000 units ang magfe-fail at 5,000 kilometers. Okay? So what's the reliability? So simply, if you want to check for the reliability, minus mo lang to sa 100%. So 100% minus yung ating FT times 100%, no? Kasi dito naka 100% yung value ng FT mismo. So anong value ng ating reliability? So that's, oops, sorry. So roughly, 73.43% netong 12,000 units ang reliable at 5,000 kilometers. Or if we're talking about one unit, yung unit na yon 73% reliable at 5,000 kilometers. Okay? So yon. So that's the CDF, cumulative distribution function. Ito yung pagpapaalam natin ng failure probability at time t. So next, sige, let's use this value again for practical, no? Let's say tinanong kayo bigla ng how many units are expected to fail at 5,000 kilometers. Ang tanong ngayon is how many units, no, ang magfe-fail sa 5,000 kilometers. So simply again, gamitin nyo lang yung percentage times yung units. So 26.57% yung magfe-fail times yung number of units, 12,000. Hindi percentage ang gagamitin natin. Again, in fraction, pag nagsosolve tayo in mathematical equation, so 0.2657 times 1,200 equals roughly 0.257 times 2,657 times 12,000 units, 3,188.4 units. So, ibig sabihin, pag nakarating na tayo ng 5,000 kilometers, out of 12,000 na bisikleta, i-assume nyo na 3,188.4 units ang magfe-fail. If we want this as whole number na bicycles, again, every decimal would count as 1 unit. So, at 5,000 kilometers, 3,189 po ang magfe-fail na bisikleta. Okay? So next, let's talk about another function for the Weibull distribution. The Weibull probability density function. Before that, maybe part 3 na lang pala to. Let's move this to part 3. But ito yung sa part 2 natin again, we have described how Weibull distribution is used to define, no, or to describe slopes and graphs ng failure rate versus yung operational period or time or cycle. Okay? You've learned how to use yung reliability equation and yung kanyang complementary na failure probability equation. Okay? Now, let's talk about on the next part of this lecture or this video, let's talk about yung density function naman ng probability. Okay? Yep.